Hello and welcome, my DLC Leafs. So, with the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet DLC now being announced, coming out later this year, we also get 5 new Pokemon so far. There are probably gonna be some new Paldean, or I guess Kitakami forms as well, but who knows. For now, we only have 5. What we don't know, though, is what their types are. And that is what this video is about. What types could they have, going by their designs and stuff. So, yeah, let's get into it. Well, the first set brings us Okidogi, Pheasantipiti, Munkidori, and Ogapon. And you probably know that by now, but these are based on the story of Momotaro, the Peach Boy. What is that story? Well, to make it very short, it's a boy born from a peach that came down a river, and when he was older, he set out to defeat the Oni, or ogre in this case, with the help of a dog, a monkey, and a pheasant. All of these could talk, but therein I came upon a little bit of a problem, because when it came to their types, I kinda wanted them to be based on the story as well. However, these animals just behave like normal animals. So, yeah, nothing I could do with that. One thing I do want to do, though, is, because I think it fits them perfectly, is giving them the starter types of grass, fire, and water. But with a secondary type, because it's more fun that way. Also, what I looked into is that Momotaro, in some instances, has different companions. And those did not help, because they either were also just generic animals, or, in 2 cases, a millstone, okay, could be a rock type then, and something that I would say is a ground type, and that's cow dung. Yes, there is a version of Momotaro where he is accompanied by a cow dung with a soul. I think we talked enough about Momotaro at this point. Let's get to the Pokemon one by one. So, Okidogi, with all its greenness, obviously grass type when it comes to the starter types. Hard to argue with that. Also, it looks a lot like Zarut from the color scheme, and that also was a grass type. But I don't think there's any connection there. It's a coincidence at best. What is the secondary type, though? Well, looking at it, it's pretty buff and probably about to go on and attack you, so fighting. It's a grass fighting type. We already had a grass fighting type starter, but I mean, that doesn't stop us from doing it again, right? We have a lot of Pokemon that share the same dual types, so yeah. Grass fighting, it is. Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. So, Pheasantipiti now. Well, it's red, so you could guess that I would put it as a fire type, obviously, for those starter types. For the secondary type, well, it kinda reminds me a lot of Galarian Articuno, and there was a psychic type. Though, even not taking that into account, it really strikes me as a psychic type. It just has that look of a psychic type. So, yeah. Let's see if it is one or not. And, well, moving on. Then we have Munkidori. With the blue, obviously a water type. And this was kinda hard, because it doesn't really look much like any other type. First thing that came into mind was the dark type. I have something planned for the dark type, though, so yeah. That won't work. And could be ice, just because that's also blue. Can't be bug flying or something, because it just doesn't look like it. So ground might work, but it strikes me as a bit of a mischievous thing. And while again dark would work, I have planned something for dark. So I made it poison type. yeah, tell me in the comments what you think about it. But take into regards what I'm going to say now. The teal mask itself. Ogerpon. This I name a dark fairy type. Why dark fairy though? Well, the name, Ogerpon. Obviously it is based on the Oni, or for some reason translated as ogre in some cases, but I think ogre and Oni are much different, but well, let's not get into that too much. But, as we can see in this image, we can get a little sneak peek behind its mask. And here is what I think might be the case. I think it's based on the Oni and Momotaro at the same time. Thus, dark representing the Oni, while fairy represents the Momotaro part of it. Maybe it even has two forms, where it's just dark with the mask on and just fairy with the mask off. But yeah, especially that picture that shows the behind of the mask a bit looks very fairy to me. Very fairy. That sounds very funny. And lastly, coming with the Indigo Disc DLC, we have, well, the Indigo Disc itself kinda, Terrapagos. And, well, as you can see, it has the symbols of all the types on its back. And I think that is what it will have. Kinda. I think it will be like Arceus, being able to change the type. However, I don't think this works by equipable items, but rather than the Terra type. It will always have the type that its Terra type is. So, if you catch it as, let's say, an electric Terra type, it will be an electric type even when not terrestrialized. And if you change that Terra type to Dragon, it also will become a Dragon type. So, also no secondary type, because that just wouldn't make much sense in this case. I feel pretty good with this guess, honestly. Much better than with the others. It just seems so likely that this could be the case. I mean, what else could it be? Like, just a water type because, again, it's a turtle? I think they can do better with that, but in the end, we'll have to wait and see. DLC. Maybe? That was so bad. So, what are your guesses what the types might be? Tell me in the comments below. Maybe you're not a fan of that starter triangle thing and have something much different for those three and the others. I'm looking forward to see that. And while you are down there, also do not forget to get this channel's DLC by clicking like, subscribe, and that little bell. It keeps you updated whenever I upload a new video. And check out the links down in the description below as well to my Twitter, Instagram, and Discord, where I also keep you updated and post stuff. And, well, you can also find my merch store there, and the link to my Twitch, where I live stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So, I hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye-bye!